What is going on, guys? I am the FT Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We have a bunch of games on tonight's main slate. I hope you guys had a nice Memorial Day weekend. Starting the short week off here with a lot of good value. Some good cheap pitching out there to allow you to spend up on bats in the Coors game and some other really good games offensively. Few games we got to worry about with rain. The Yankees game is looking a little sketchy right now. We got to keep an eye on that. And so is the Red Sox game. So the Northeast seeing a lot of rain tonight. So just make sure you're double checking your lineups based on rain and if there's any early delays or anything like that. So I'm doing a Guru Credit giveaway here. If you can guess who scores the most FanDuel points tonight below this video, comment your guess, which offensive player, no pitchers allowed, and put your username on my site next to that as well, and I will give you a free 100 Guru credits if you can guess the right player. So make sure you do that below, like this video. So for pitchers today, there's two pitchers that I'm looking at. They could both be cash games. And they're both not that expensive. I don't like any of the studs tonight. Really not really worth it. Strasburg has a tough matchup in Atlanta. Matthew Boyd could do well, maybe more of a GPP guy, but I don't like spending that much on Boyd. Tanaka's got rain issues, and then so on and so forth here. I'm looking at Rich Hill. At home, he's a part of a low total here against the Mets. The Mets have been struggling all year offensively, so Hill could really go off tonight. 8,800 is a very fair price on him. If you look at his game log, he's been very, very good over his last two games. 17 strikeouts in 12 innings, so he's coming into this game with a lot of confidence, a lot of strikeout potential. Certainly a guy you want to be considering, especially in cash games tonight. And then another guy, even cheaper. If you pick him, maybe he could be a cash game pitcher. You can certainly stack your bats. Trevor Richards, 7,500, really cheap, and he's very, very underrated. He's low-key a pretty solid pitcher. Miami's a great pitcher's ballpark. The Giants, we all know offensively they tend to struggle. And the Marlins are going up against Jeff Samardzija. So I know it's an even spread from Vegas, but I think the Marlins have a better chance of winning this game and having Richards catch the W. He does have a 4 ERA, but as long as he can get you over 20 fantasy points, as he's done in the last 4 contests, he's reaching his value at 7,500. I don't mind Richards at all. If you want to stack that Coors game, you're going to have to go with a guy like Richards. Maybe you can even get away with getting Rich Hill, but he's a whole $1,300 more. Both pitchers, really good plays in my eyes tonight. For the infield, for the bats, I'm really going to stay pretty cheap as well. Allow you to spend up on which bats you want, because there's a lot of value out there tonight. So the first bat I'm looking at here is Derek Dietrich batting cleanup tonight, 2,700. Dietrich has been good all year. This Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game has a huge total. I think it's like 10.5. So there's going to be a lot of runs in this game. Cincinnati's a great hitter's ballpark, and Dietrich has seen a lot of power. He already has 14 homers this year. 2,700 in my opinion is too cheap. Jordan Lyles had a pretty good year so far, but he's got a tough matchup tonight in Cincinnati. Another really, really cheap value play here I'm looking at for the infield is a catcher. His name is Travis d'Arnaud. He's batting 5th tonight for the Rays, and the Rays are a sneaky good team to stack. They're at home against the lefty Clayton Richard of the Blue Jays. Clayton Richard used to be on the Padres, and he hasn't had much run this year, so I don't think he's going to do too well. FanDuel has him at 5,900, meaning he's not really slated to do much here. He had 4 innings in his first start of the year against the Sox, pitched decent, but the Rays could see themselves scoring a lot of runs tonight, and d'Arnaud at bare minimum batting 5th. Lefty-righty matchup is an awesome value play tonight. I don't mind a lot of the Rays righties. For the outfield, we're going to dive into this Colorado game just for one player here. Obviously, all players in this game on both sides are in play. This game has the highest total of the night, but dollar for dollar, there's no lineups out yet, but Charlie Blackmon is on the IL for now. I'm assuming Tapia is going to lead off tonight with a lefty-righty matchup. Even if he doesn't, he'll probably be batting in the first 4 batters. And at 3,000 in Coors Field, this guy's going to be very, very high owned. Just make sure you double check that he is playing. But I do assume that he'll be in the top of that Rockies lineup. He's been a pretty good young player, batting .280 for them. And Merrill Kelly's going to get absolutely rocked tonight. I love Tapia at 3,000. And then the last outfield play here, an automatic play. I think Tapia and this guy are going to be some of the highest owned players tonight, and that's Jesse Winker. He's batting, I think, second tonight. Lefty-righty matchup against Jordan Lyles. I love a pairing of him and Derek Dietrich on the Reds side of things tonight. Winker's playing really, really, really well. 244, but recently he's very hot. He's 6 for his last 12, batting .500, and he's in a really good spot tonight, batting second at 2,600. These value bats should allow you to have you spend up either at pitcher if you want to. I don't suggest it. Or spend up in that Coors game or somewhere else. Make sure you guys comment your guess for who's going to score the most FanDuel points tonight offensively. But until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off.